Today's video begins in Haddonfield, Illinois, the hometown and birthplace of the infamous serial killer, Michael Myers. Well, how in tarnations did I get in Haddonfield, Illinois? And boy, is it hot in the Midwest. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't Haddonfield, Illinois. This is the fictional Haddonfield, Illinois, the 2009 version of Haddonfield, Illinois. Welcome to the filming locations of Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, filmed right here in Covington, Georgia, and surrounding areas. We will hunt down those filming locations today within this video. I'm excited because I'm a big fan of the horror genre, Halloween especially, and Rob Zombie. So, without further ado, let's go find these filming locations. There is much ahead. We begin our first filming location in Covington Square. This is the first time you see Georgia in the movie. The first scene, the prior scene, was filmed in California, but this scene begins as Laurie Strode is walking down the street east on Clark Street, and for that opening shot, the camera would have been placed right here in the center of Covington Square, and almost the dead center of the screen, there's a square on that building to the right of that parked van. That is a good indicator of where Laurie was walking. I got a little closer to the building so you could see what that white square was. It's actually the sign for the erection of the building. It was erected in 1884, so Laurie would have been walking down the center of Clark Street here, and then Laurie crosses Church Street. Here's about the same camera angle as you see in the movie. Notice that Cutler's Cage barber shop looks remarkably the same. That entire building, even the awning, hasn't changed. The next camera angle from the scene takes place further down Floyd Street. Laurie walking in the center of the road. I'm trying not to get hit, but this is about the same angle. As this Jeep passes, you'll see the clock tower from Covington Square in the background. Then the camera quickly jogs across the street. Laurie's still walking down the center. You can make out these houses. Notice they're hidden today behind the trees. You can make out the awning of this home right here. Welcome to Mystic Falls, Virginia, folks. That was used in the Vampire Diaries. A filming location within a filming location. But back to Halloween 2. This is about the spot where we see Laurie stop and Sheriff Brackett comes to the rescue. Sheriff Brackett, played by Brad Dourif, the voice actor who was the voice of Chucky from Child's Play. Covington, Georgia is known as the Hollywood of the South. Numerous amounts of TV series and films have been filmed right here, including The Vampire Diaries, The Dukes of Hazzard, recently Dr. Sleep, classic Remember the Titans, Sweet Home Alabama, Steel Magnolias, My Cousin Vinny, Footloose, the remake, Flight, Selma, The Cannonball Run, and the list goes on, and of course Halloween 2. And my favorite Friday the 13th film, Jason Lives. So much was filmed right here in the Hollywood of the South. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Myers home. 2166 Conyers Street, just east of downtown Covington. This tree here has since obstructed the shot, but here's almost the same angle you see the house. This is the most you see the house in the entire film, this brief moment with Dr. Loomis standing there. Dr. Loomis would have been standing right here, played by the actor Malcolm McDowell. If you can match it up by these two columns, he would have been standing about right here in front of the second one in. Notice that the picket fence has been added to this property. In the movie there was a rolled back chain link fence about right there, and the house looks awesome now. It looked pretty spooky in the movie. It's been renovated. Yeah, I butchered the original theme song from the original Halloween. You can call it what it is, but across the street from the Myers home, Michael Myers' house, there is a funeral home. Not kidding, like literally right across the street. With the Myers house still in the distance, for the next filming location you come to Anderson Avenue and Conyers Street. The house behind Michael and that stop sign is clearly seen. And here we are today, 10 to 11 years later. Michael would have been walking right towards me. Oh no! We saw a lot of Michael Myers walking in this film with a long beard and without a mask. Furthering into Covington. And then Michael takes the corner onto Thompson Avenue, and the camera shows a trick-or-treater leaving this home, 2146 Thompson Avenue. The fence is long gone and this house has been restored too, but you can make out 2146 on the door in the movie, and then 2146 on the mailbox here where that fence used to be. And then the little boy dressed as a clown on Halloween starts up the sidewalk in front of the fence, and that is when he is confronted.
Are you a giant? Can we be friends?
That confrontation would have happened somewhere on that sidewalk, right between the house and the fence. The white picket fence behind them is long gone. That is the same pole. The camera angle is from the perspective of the young boy dressed as a clown, as was Michael Myers once was. And the camera comes back to this angle, and you see Michael continue down the sidewalk, and this is about the same angle as you see in the movie, and one of the last times you see the streets of Covington. The owner of the house behind me asked me what I was doing, and I said I was shooting the filming locations for Halloween 2. He's like, oh yeah, I remember that. Rob Zombie came inside my house and held my son when he was a baby. So the guy working on the house just behind us met Rob Zombie. We come back downtown to 1113 Floyd Street, the bookstore where Laurie Strode buys Dr. Loomis's book. Laurie comes around the corner. Down there at the end, you can make out the historical sign. The fronts of these buildings are the same, and real Louisiana cuisine can also be seen in the movie. A shot from the movie of Laurie looking into the window, and you can clearly see this building behind her. Looks remarkably the same, the windows and the door. And of course, Dr. Loomis's book, The Devil Walks Among Us, was in the window right there. Present day Louisiana cuisine, but it was the bookstore in the movie, and this is about the same shot. And also, this mailbox can be clearly seen over Laurie's shoulder as she's entering the door. She would have walked right in this door. She would have grabbed this door handle right there, and I'm sure that was the same. Look how old that was. Look how old it is. And moments later, right behind New Orleans cuisine, Laurie's Mitsubishi 3000 GT was sitting right here, and she was inside when she read that she was Michael Myers' sister. Hey, every town's got an Elm Street. Just had to throw that in there. And now for the next several filming locations. We're departing Covington and headed east. Check out the old car in front of me, the old Ford. It's a pretty sweet ride. Nice ride out here too. Welcome to Newborn, Georgia, just east of Covington. The Newborn Fertilizer Company building. This old building was the venue for the Halloween party, the Phantom Jam, and Halloween 2, where Captain Clegg and the Night Creatures performed up on stage. The Newborn United Methodist Church, clearly seen in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Columbia, Magenta, and Frankenfurter. The ladies dressed in their Rocky Horror Picture Show garb walk down the street here. The camera was at a weird angle too. It was kind of facing up and going this way. This is an iconic shot from the movie of them walking to the Halloween party. Going to the party, going to the show. Beyond these train tracks that are all grown up now, we're standing where the camera would have been for one of the screenshots. You notice the silos to the left, the building beyond in the middle there, you see the roof, and again the warehouse. There's a quick shot of everyone coming out that back door. Here's a closer look of that exit to the Phantom Jam. A lot of graffiti on the wall, some profanities, something that says death over there. Also in the movie, a shot of the newborn water tower. Here it is today. There is a brief moment when you see the girls walking underneath this awning. There was lights hanging from these poles and jack-o'-lanterns hanging from those lights. Those were strung here across these poles. I'm noticing a lot of nails about halfway down these poles. Could have been where they strung the lights right here. Making our way down to Georgia highways, capturing the filming locations to Halloween 2, yeah. We come now to Farrar, Georgia, at the corner of Pennington and East 142. This building in front of you served as the Rabbit and Red nightclub in Halloween 2. It looks remarkably the same. Here is the screenshot from the movie. Notice the building over there in the background on the left. My car is actually kind of incidentally parked where that car is in the movie. We come to the backside for the shot where Michael approaches the Red Rabbit Lounge for the first time. And here's the screenshot and how it looks today. The ice machine on the porch is long gone. And it's right here where the dude exits the building to take out the trash. The dumpster's still there. And Michael comes out of the corner and scares the dude, and the dude threatens him and calls him a dirty, filthy hippie. Michael Myers wasn't having that, that's for sure. But this is the spot where he body slams the guy and then finishes him with his foot. Now I would go into more detail, but it's pretty gruesome. But you get the point there, right? Ah, yeah. Parental discretion is advised. I'd like to point out that it was Tyler Mane playing Michael Myers as he did in the first Rob Zombie Halloween film. And he did an excellent job. He was pretty brutal in both films. On the road again, going places that I've never been. I wouldn't have come this way if it wouldn't have been for Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 filming locations. Oh, yeah, I think I butchered that song. The next filming location is behind this gate on this private property. The Brackett house, Sheriff Brackett's house. Hard to make out because of the foliage of the trees. It is summer and this movie was filmed in winter. But there's the Brackett house where most of the end of the movie was filmed. The interior and exterior. And this shot, Laurie's 3000 Mitsubishi GT, is sitting right in front of that white shed at the end of the driveway to the left of the house. You see it? There's an SUV to the right of it now. So much has changed here. This gate is brand new, but you can make out the barn to the left, the driveway, the house underneath the trees, and the trees out to the right beyond the gate. And this is 1981 Broughton Road in Newborn, Georgia. 2009, 2020. We're matching up more of the trees than we are the house. Georgia, Georgia, like an old sweet song, Georgia on my mind. For our next filming location, we come to downtown Madison, Georgia. Welcome to the Haddonfield Police Department, which in real life is the Morgan County Courthouse. Right here in downtown Madison, actually on the downtown square. One end of it, in the middle there's a building. Here's a similar shot today as you see the police department in the movie. Notice that the light pole is the same. There is a similar trash can in the same spot. Of course the stop sign, the tree to the left. And I try to make the angle just about the same as you see in the screenshot. But there is the Haddonfield Police Department. Now there is a sheriff car over there. I doubt that's Sheriff Brackett's though. Doesn't say Haddonfield on it. That sting just ruined the shot. I think it hurt me. On the second floor of the courthouse, on the balcony, there was a conversation between Sheriff Brackett and one of his deputies, and that would have been about right here. Present day Madison. I just have to throw this in here because I thought it was cool. Oliver Hardy of Laurel and Hardy was part of this community. He lived in the Turnell Butler Hotel, which once stood on this corner. He was born in Harlem, Georgia on January 18th, 1892. Oliver Hardy, a legend of comedy, stayed right here once and was born in Georgia. Okay, onward to our next filming location. I love this newly refreshed and giant cola advertisement on the wall. Chero Cola, there's none so good. I've never had it. Look at this, in bottles. But oh no, I don't want that in a bottle. Who put that fiberglass pooper there? On 144 Academy Street sits Uncle Meat's Java Hole. Actually, that's what it's called in the movie today. It's Madison Market's Antiques and Oakeny Coffee Roasters. Oh, they do serve coffee here. It seemed in this screenshot there was a bit of a consignment sale out front of the store. And you can see the main door right behind that Volkswagen thing there. And here it is today. Almost the same exact shots. Now, there were some interior scenes filmed inside here. So they close every day at 1:30, but you can make out the set from the movie, the staircase. To the right, the counter is almost in the exact same place as it was in the movie. There's kind of a shot looking over Lori's shoulder up the steps, Uncle Meat behind her. Right there in the old Java house. Pretty cool that they're serving coffee in the coffee shop from Halloween 2. I can see why this area of Georgia is known as the Hollywood of the South. Lots of small towns, old buildings. Madison in particular is a very cool place. I look forward to coming back here in the months ahead. For the next location, you got to come north of Covington to Airport Road and Pool Booth Road, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. That's where Dr. Loomis's sign, his advertisement, his billboard was for his novel. Just right over here to the right. And this looks about the angle today. The fence has changed. Things have fallen down and things have grown. But this is where the billboard is said to have stood during the time of the movie. And also can be seen in Halloween 2, this random barn by the side of the road, just up the street from Dr. Loomis's sign. I can see why Zombie wanted it in the film. It's very cool looking. It's a very cool looking old barn. It has been a very fun time driving around Georgia today, hunting down these filming locations. Just want to say thank you to everyone out there watching. I appreciate you joining me. And I hope you're having fun out there. If you're having fun, let me know. Give the video a thumbs up. There's still much ahead, my friends. For our next filming location, we're making our way towards Atlanta. Welcome to Decatur. The present day best time coffee, fashion, and jewelry store was the bookstore where Dr. Loomis had his book signing and debuted. The Devil Walks Among Us. Now inside the store, notice all the books are gone. It is a convenience store. And directly below that clock is where Dr. Loomis, Malcolm McDowell, was signing the books. And another angle from that scene. Check out the door, it matches up pretty well. Just beyond those Pringles. And then Dr. Loomis is over to the left. Looking out the window just beyond that present day Starbucks cooler. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the ATL. I thought we'd enter Atlanta the same way Rick Grimes did in The Walking Dead. I was supposed to be downtown this weekend for my third consecutive year for Dragon Con. It got canceled. I was supposed to hang out with my good friends, but we all have high hopes that Dragon Con 2021 will exist. And hopefully it'll get here before we all know it. Miss you guys. Wish we were all hanging out in downtown Atlanta. Shout out to Spore and Ryan, Greg's Game Room, Adam the Woo, and Jacob the Carpetbagger. Okay, I'm standing in the middle of Jackson Street Bridge. It's a nice view, isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the far end of Peachtree Road, north of Atlanta. Actually, this is as far as Atlanta goes. The Intercontinental Hotel right there was where Dr. Loomis stayed, and he had that brief conference. The inside and the outside shots of those scenes were filmed right here at the Intercontinental. Matching up some screenshots from the movie. Notice that the fountain is not there anymore, or at least it's not protruding up like it did in the movie. This is where Dr. Loomis's limo came into scene. Matching up these filming locations, I've noticed that in this movie there's a lot of camera angles that are kind of slanted, including this one right here. And here's Dr. Loomis and his publicist walking right by this same piano and those paintings behind them. Looks remarkably the same today. Actually, not much has changed. The scene progresses, they actually do walk right through the lobby, beyond those windows, and then down that hallway. And there they are, sure enough, walking in front of those same windows. Notice the furniture has changed. A lot different and a lot more added. That hallway leads us to the next filming location in the hotel. This is where the conference room began. And that's where Dr. Loomis was looking at the poster for the event over there to the left. Malcolm McDowell would have been standing right here looking at that poster board. I don't think we'll be able to go in there, but I believe that's where the conference room, where that scene was filmed. Now there is a peephole. Trying to focus. Oh man, well, you can kind of see it. I think the stage is to the right. Goodbye, Intercontinental, where Dr. Loomis stayed. It was super nice in there. I wish I could stay here. I wish I could sleep here tonight. Okay, now I'm doing Ghostbusters quotes. On with the Halloween 2 filming location. When it becomes Halloween and Halloween 2, you see a time lapse of Covington Square, and that camera angle would have been from up there, possibly from that building, from the top of that building, perhaps a crane. But that's where you see the aerial of Covington Square. And when Laurie comes to hold that pig in that pig pen, and that pig pen would have been here in this grassy spot. You can make out the buildings behind Laurie there in the film. That's how I matched it up. Although they've changed drastically, the awnings are gone, but there is a Remax real estate office clearly seen behind her, and that would have been this building here. I could make out the address. I could also just make out the brick formation. It has changed a lot, but here's that building, and this is from the angle, it's not said, but it looks like it's from the angle of Michael Myers stalking her somewhere on the other side of the park, just like we've seen in the previous films. You always get that stalkerish camera angle, which is one thing I love about the Halloween movies. That's so creepy. I think they invented the stalkish camera angles. What do you think? Did you guys enjoy the filming locations? I hope you did. If you did, let me know. Give it a thumbs up right down there on the YouTube. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I had a fun time chasing down the filming locations to Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. If you enjoy filming locations and you would like to check out more of my filming location videos, there is a playlist on my YouTube channel that says filming locations. So if you'd like to continue the journey with me, you got to go to the Much Behind, or wait around, subscribe below, hit the notification bell, and I'll do some more filming locations in the Much Ahead, hopefully actually very soon. There is more to do here in the Hollywood of the South. It's a nice place. I really enjoy staying here in Covington, Georgia. There's much ahead, my friends. Much ahead on this channel, much ahead in the next video, meaning I'll see you next time. I am Tampa J. Stay safe out there, my friends. Watch out for Michael Myers, and be kind to each other. Over and out. Bye-bye. Just want to point out that Bread and Butter Bakery and Coffee is like the coolest store in downtown Covington. I'm going to enjoy having coffee here every morning. Just a shout out to them and a thank you. The elephant in the square. I like their logo there.